A 2023 Pew Research study reveals 72% of adults feel social media creates false intimacy. While platforms promise connection, neuroscience shows face-to-face interactions release 300% more oxytocin, the bonding hormone, than digital exchanges. This biological gap explains why 68% of frequent users report loneliness despite hundreds of online friends. The dopamine hits from likes mimic real connection, tricking our brains into substituting quality with quantity. MIT research demonstrates that 45 minutes of Instagram use spikes cortisol levels by 28%, breeding relationship dissatisfaction. The algorithm favors highlight reels. Couples post happy moments 6 times more than struggles. This creates unrealistic benchmarks. 59% of millennials admit comparing partners to curated online personas. The compare-despair cycle is neurological. fMRI scans show social media triggers the same brain regions as gambling addiction. University of Chicago experiments prove phone presence reduces conversation depth by 40%, even when unused. The phantom vibration syndrome, where 89% of users report imagining notifications, rewires attention spans. Partners interrupted by devices recall 23% less emotional content from talks. This continuous partial attention erodes trust. 62% consider phubbing, phone snubbing, as damaging as lying in relationships. Cornell University's 2022 study analyzed 1,200 couple posts. 83% staged moments for social media, with 54% arguing immediately after. This performance anxiety has tangible costs. The pressure to maintain perfect online personas correlates with 31% higher divorce rates among frequent posters. Behind every #relationship goals tag, psychologists identify digital dysmorphia, editing realities to match filtered ideals. Sleep Foundation data shows couples using devices in bed have 43% less physical intimacy. Blue light suppresses melatonin, but the greater threat is emotional blue light. Partners sharing beds, yet mentally in separate digital worlds. MRI scans reveal parallel processing impossibility. The brain cannot truly focus on screens and human connection simultaneously. This creates alone together syndrome, where 68% of couples report feeling lonelier with tech-present partners than actually alone. Stanford researchers found algorithm-driven content increases relationship cynicism by 37% in 3 months. Platforms prioritize divisive content. Toxic partner compilations get 3 times more engagement than healthy relationship advice. This creates confirmation bias loops. Users searching once for breakup advice get fed increasingly extreme content. The result? 41% of Gen Z now believe all relationships are replaceable, a 300% increase from pre-social media eras. A 2023 Journal of Social Psychology study shows 28% of adults invest more emotional energy in influencer relationships than real ones. The average user spends 97 minutes weekly watching relationship content from strangers, time that could build actual connections. This parasocial dynamic creates impossible standards. 63% admit comparing partners to idealized online personalities they've never met. The brain doesn't distinguish. Neural responses to influencers mirror those toward real friends. University of Pennsylvania experiments prove text-based conflicts escalate 60% faster than face-to-face. Without vocal tone and body language, the brain defaults to negative interpretations. Neutral texts are perceived as angry 73% of the time. Emojis help, but can't replicate the 10,000-plus facial microexpressions humans naturally decode. This ambiguity fuels digital drift, where 55% of couples report unresolved arguments lingering for days over text. Psychology Today reports ghosting activates the same brain pathways as physical pain. Yet 78% of millennials admit to ghosting romantic partners, a behavior normalized by disposable digital culture. The impact is cumulative. Each ghosting incident increases future relationship anxiety by 19%. This attachment injury creates vicious cycles. The ghosted often become future ghosters, perpetuating emotional detachment across an entire generation. Harvard's longitudinal study shows digital detoxes improve relationship satisfaction by 58% in 8 weeks. Participants recovering from social media addiction report rediscovering micro moments of connection. Shared laughter increases 400%. The solution isn't abandonment, but intentionality. Couples who designate tech-free zones report 3 times higher emotional intimacy. As one reformed user noted, I traded curated perfection for messy, authentic love and finally stopped feeling lonely together.